For functionality, nothing else is gonna beat this. For looks, you be the judge. I kind of like the black and red. That's the whole theme that we have on the bike. Our Panigale V2S is back on the bench. We have some new parts, some revised parts because the community's outreach to the manufacturers and they've listened, and a little bit of cleanup to do on the bike. So we just wanted to bring this back because I took this bike out for a ride yesterday. I fell back in love with it. It's such a great bike. It's been in this one and our Hypermotard V2. But if you don't know, I'm Manny from Motomillion and we sell motorcycle parts. All the products that you'll see on today's video will be in the link in the description below. Now that's out of the way, let's take a look at the parts. Let's start with the new part. This is this DBK box and I'm going to show you. It's the front wheel covers, the Aero wheel covers that they just released. I think it's pretty cool. We're gonna put them on the bike, and if you don't like him, we could remove him, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like him because I saw some pictures. It wasn't on our bike. Our bike is pretty much loaded on the front end. If you watched the last episode, we put some very expensive Brembo calipers in the front and in the back because we're not holding back on this bike. We're doing the same thing that we did on our Panigale V4. So I think these will be a good fit. This is straight out of MotoGP, the technology that it has. It provides some fresh air around the rotor area, and also it does other magical aero things that I don't know exactly, but I'm sure we could put up a pop-up screen to show you what it does. The next part, this is a new part. It's actually Bonamici Racing. They released the chain adjusters for this bike. This is much needed. I cannot stand using the chain adjusters on this. The Panigale V4 has amazing chain adjusters on it, but they didn't do the same thing on the swing arm of the Panigale V2 and the V2S. This is gonna come in handy. Some red nuts from DBK while we're there. And also, this is the cleanup piece, which is gonna be our tie down points for the rear subframe. Because if you come and take a look, we got a comment last time, and I don't like this look either. We have to cover these up. When we put our Aero racing exhaust on it, this is the full titanium or the 3/4 titanium system. Our brackets were removed from here, so this is all exposed. And those tie down covers will do a good job on covering this and cleaning up the bike a little bit. And also, you're probably wondering, what's that part that I said that it's been revised? So it's not really a revised part, it's a new part by WRS. This windscreen that we have on here is quite tall. So this is more like an endurance screen for those guys that want a tall windscreen. I am in the camp of people that, unless you're really tracking the bike and you're a big guy, you probably won't need this. The shorter one will look much better on the bike as well. We have them in clear, light smoke, and dark smoke from WRS as well. And we're gonna put the light smoke on this bike. It's gonna just be a little bit shorter from what you see on here, and I'm sure you're gonna like it. But I think that is enough talking. Let's get to working, and let's start from those chain adjusters. Okay, our chain adjusters are on as per our instructions, and I want to note something. So there's one chain adjuster that has an indent for your hex nut. It goes backwards in here like this. It is intended to be used this way. We're going to see if this fits, because if this doesn't fit, we may have to use the stock nuts, because it was meant for the stock nut, at least for this side, which I'm going to say, let's try the stock one now. Probably the stock one is going to be, yep. So we're going to use this stock one on this side. We'll use the DBK one on the outer side. And also I want to note, if you take a look at your stock axle, one side has more threads than the other one. And there is an orientation on what you're going to do. And it shows it on their instructions pretty good. This will go on your stock nut, or your nut that goes 180 degrees backwards. It's going to go on this side with the shorter threads. And I'll show you without the wheel right now what you're going to do. you're going to insert this in through like this when the wheel is there, obviously, right? And this nut will sit in here like this. And on the other side, they give you a washer. Use your washer regardless of the nut you're using. If you're using a DBK nut like us, use your DBK nut with the washer. If you're using your stock nut, use your stock nut with the washer. But now that these are on, let's get the wheel, let's put everything back on, and then we'll show you how the adjustments are done. Okay, so we're at that part of the video that we're figuring stuff out, and that's what we do here, right? We install the products that we offer to you guys on our own bikes, and number one thing is that we curate these things to make sure that you guys have the highest quality components, and number two, we'll be able to give you sound advice. In this case, aluminum nuts are not going to work on the Bonamici chain adjusters because this DBK nut and any other aluminum nut will have just a little bit larger flange to compensate for the material used. This is aluminum, this is stainless steel, and if you take a look at it, the flange is just a tiny bit larger, and the flange area in here is not big enough. On your stock adjusters or adjustment blocks, there's plenty of room for this to move around, as you see, so there's enough room. But on the Bonamici ones, it sits flat on the outside, and I don't want to mar anything, and that's not the right way to install it. So make sure that you're using your stock nuts when you're installing this on both sides. But either way, let's get it on, let's do the chain adjustment, and let's see how they look on the motorcycle. All right, we're setting our chain adjustment, and we just noticed something. Since we have the BST wheels, the hub is completely different, and the sprocket nuts are much closer to the center of the hub, and it's interfering with this bracket that we installed to the back end of these Bonamici rear sets. I'm still gonna go ahead with the install. We're gonna remove this, and we're gonna see if we could actually take some material off of here and put this back on. In the meantime, we're actually gonna reach out to Bonamici Racing to see if it's okay to run it without this piece on here. All in all, even the factory piece, this one is only held on there with your axle being squished. This may be just an extra added protection that they put with these chain adjusters, but we're still going to check with the manufacturer, and then we'll take it out for a ride after that. Right now, we're going to continue on with the install. We're going to do our chain adjustment, and we're going to torque everything down. Well, the chain adjusters are on, the chain tension is set. I believe the manual was saying 60 to 62 millimeters of slack. Please double check that number on your own bike. We double check with our booklet, but don't hold me accountable for what you're doing on your own bike. Either way, it was a breeze to adjust the chain, right? Because it has all of these markings that's over here. I have a couple comments because we've seen this type of chain adjusters on many bikes. Lightech and TWM makes very nice ones for the BMWs, Yamahas, Aprilias, Kawasaki's. It's the first time that we see this type of an adjuster made for a Ducati. We don't know if Lightech or TWM will make one, but this piece here, when you're installing it initially with the wheel off, it feels like holy moly. There's a lot of length to the adjuster, but once the wheel is on, it looks a little more normal. You comment down below what you think. For functionality, nothing else is gonna beat this. For looks, you be the judge. I kind of like the black and red. That's the whole theme that we have on the bike. And this nut that you see here, so this is not a washer. This is the stock nut flipped upside down. I actually really like it because you could just torque the wheel down, and this side, this nut will always tighten while you're doing it the other side. But don't forget, as we showed it to you, there is a longer thread and a shorter thread. Look at your manual and install it correctly. So now that the chain adjuster is on, let's move to the front of the bike and see if we can install those Aero wheel covers, and then we'll do the windscreen so that we see overall how good the bike looks. And we have one more part after that, which is to finish off these shiny parts with the DBK tie-down hook points. So these are our plain carbon in satin finish DBK Aero wheel covers. It comes with obviously 2 covers, 1 for each side, 2 brackets, and hardware. I believe these are going to go to the fork legs, and the rest of the hardware that's on there, other than the washers, are going to be for holding these things down to the brackets right here. I'm going to check the instructions really quick to see how it's supposed to be oriented, and then we'll get on installing it. Okay, the instructions, there's a QR code on your box, but also you could try to follow along. This is not an instructional video, but first it's asking us to put the carbon pieces onto your brackets. Make sure you take a look at the orientation, because you could basically put them on backwards, and we're going to go ahead and assemble these and then put them on the bike. There's another disclaimer. It might not fit on our bike because we're running a bigger rotor setup that we installed on our previous episode of the Panigale V2S build series. We have 330 millimeter oversized rotors on the bike. If it doesn't fit, you're going to find out in a second. So am I. We have one side assembled. Before we go on and assemble the other side, I want to make sure it's going to actually fit with our 330 millimeter rotors. I have the 2 new bolts that we have for the pinch bolts with the washers in place. And now is the moment of truth. If these will line up, let's do it without the bolts first. Oh, it looks like it's going to work. Well, take a look at that. I'm absolutely in love with them. It looks really good. Some of you guys might argue and say that we're covering these beautiful carbon fiber wheels, but our wheels are gloss. All of our other carbon is satin, so it kind of layers it through. And with everything that we did on this bike, we went over the top, right? These GP4 MS calipers, these are the top of the line, I don't think we'll ever see them on another Panigale V2 S or V2, but if I do, I'll be very happy to see them because it might be on your bike. But also, our T-drive rotors, we went with a 330 millimeter rotor while we're installing these GP4 MS calipers. I think the next step was to make it over the top. We're going to install these Aero wheel covers that we have on, and I'm digging the look. It looks so cool. They're satin and the wheel is gloss. It blends in really well. It suits the bike. I'll make a final judgment when this bike is down, but before we bring the bike down, I'm going to put my rear tie-down hooks, and then we'll do the windscreen when the bike is down. Our tie-down hooks are on. I don't know how useful it will be with these race exhausts that we have, but if we ever have to get a hold of the bike somehow from here, we have hooks, but the main reason for it was to kind of clean up over here. I'm going to try to see if Gilly Stooling has an option as well that's something flat so that it's just flat and covers this part, but till then, this has finished us off nicely. Now let's bring the bike down and install that new windscreen on it. Wow, that was quite the task. If you've changed the windscreen on your previous generation Panigale bikes, you have to take off even side panels. It's gotten a little better, but it's still too much work. But either way, the windscreen is ready to be replaced. Let's show you guys the WRS windscreen, and I'll show it to you right here. So if I put this on top of the other one, you're going to clearly see the difference in height that this thing will have. And let's go install it so that you can see it on the bike as well. Now that we have our windscreens off, I'm just comparing the height difference on the bench. and this one is definitely shorter because when I put them on top of each other, it may not have been as clear as it is, but now it is. But let's get it back onto the bike and install back the 50 screws that we took off to install the windshield on this bike. And that's it. The windscreen and all the other panels that we took off are on the motorcycle. I'm extremely happy with this shorter but taller. It's taller than stock, shorter than the other WRS windscreen that was available. This is the right look for me. The other one wasn't bad. It reminded me of the Suzuka 24-hour bikes with the big bubble windscreens. This is just the right look for me. And also, I'm loving those carbon fiber front Aero wheel covers. We cleaned this up a little bit. Now we got chain adjusters so that we could adjust our chain easily. And I think that's pretty much it for this episode, guys. We will be putting some beautiful B-roll shots at the end of this video. But if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave it down below. Until next time, guys, have a good one.